Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal. I'm here with Kyle.
How are we doing today, John?
Honestly, not very good.
Me neither.
Guys, I think it's safe to say Kyle and I both don't really want to be here, but we're here for you guys.
I want to be here.
No, I mean, like, I'm
In
happy.
spirit.
I'm happy to be doing the podcast, but like,
You're running on fumes.
there's nothing left in the tank. So
That's when the best things happen, is when there's nothing left.
that's true. I do get really crazy ideas when I think that like
Like good ideas, or like just
no,
in general
like,
crazy
yeah,
ideas.
good crazy.
Oh, okay.
But I think humans every once in a while should have times where they push themselves, like just where they made like not even physical feats, but like for me last night I slept like 3 hours, which obviously isn't ideal, but I feel like I'm in like a different realm sort of.
Okay.
Like I'm on fumes and I don't feel good, but I feel like I'm in a different state of consciousness in some sense.
Well, yeah, I feel like I'm almost more productive when it's like late at night and I'm trying to finish something, and I just am tired and I don't want to be doing it. I feel like that's when I'm most productive, because then I just like sit down and I focus the most of like, I'm going to finish this.
Yes, and that's why I've said before, a lot of video editors always, that's when they grind, is at night, but like I'm not really like, I'm not very productive at night, but
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't want to just force myself to stay up just so I can be like, all right, now I'm tired. Now it's time to work.
Well, yeah, it's kind of the same thing with like procrastinators.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a lot of people who procrastinate, they'll still get it done.
Yeah.
And they're going to find a way. It's just going to be like really stressful.
Yeah.
But not only did I sleep 3 hours, but before you got here, I made some frozen fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah, I saw it sitting on the counter. You didn't like it.
No, I liked it a lot. I ate like so much.
You left the rest of it just sitting on the plate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I kind of do that. Like,
yeah,
I leave things out and then I'll reheat them later, but I just don't put them in the fridge in between.
Yeah, that's how you get like food poisoning.
Yeah, but I've never got sick, so.
Maybe you're onto something.
I just think people like overthink things like that. They like.
I think scientists have figured it out.
Yeah, but then I'm fine. I've always leave food out.
You're defying science.
Yeah, I'm an anomaly.
Okay. So do we want to talk about why we were running on fumes?
Yes.
Why were you up so late? I don't really know the full answer to this.
Guys, I finally got my own custom built PC. And I know most of you probably don't give a shit,
only one
but
clapping.
This is for me what like a Lamborghini is to car. Well, I don't even know what car people like.
Yeah.
I think car people don't like Lamborghinis.
I don't even think I would want a Lamborghini.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
You're saying
like, when am I going to drive
get one?
I'm not going to go to like drive to Target in my Lamborghini.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
People with Lamborghinis do just
You know
that.
how often they would get keyed? I don't need that unnecessary attention of like, oh, who just pulled up? And it's like, I get out of the car and like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, but everyone says that until they get to a point where they can afford one, and then they're like, might as well get a fucking Lamborghini.
I'm cool with like a dope Tesla.
Yeah.
That's like more my speed. I don't have the style for a Lamborghini, you know?
I think your style.
What is my style?
If you were rich, I could see you pull up in one of those cars in Ozark. It's like a big black Escalade that like the guy who murders people drives.
Yeah.
And it's all black windows.
I think that's me.
Black rims. It's like a big it's a super clean Escalade.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to drive that big of a car though. Think about me parking that car.
You can parallel park.
I am pretty good at parallel parking, but like not fucking tanks.
Sure, but
give me an average sized car that just is great.
Give Kyle a Honda Fit.
Give me a Honda Civic, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got a custom PC, and I was super hyped. And my buddy Willard came over, and we built it from 5 p.m. until essentially 3 a.m. Now, it doesn't really, or it shouldn't take that long, but we are not that knowledgeable. Willard basically did it for me, and then at midnight he had to leave, and that's right when we like got it. The power turned on, and then I had to go about like figuring out how to install the shit and get all my programs. And I was like,
why'd you have to do it then?
Cause I didn't have to, but like when I get into something, like I need to get to a stopping point.
I get that.
I can't just start this like the coolest thing I've ever purchased and then just like be like, oh, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
But like, how late would you have stayed up? Like if it took you to like till 6, would you have done it?
I don't know, man. I can't do all-nighters. I think I was up as late as I was going to stay
3.
up.
Yeah, so if I'm being honest, when I didn't ask you like why you were awake because I thought you were with a girl. I just got that like feeling of, oh, he didn't really give me much information as to why he's awake. And you were like, yeah, I'm not really at my computer right now, so I can't really do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
You thought that
maybe he's got a girl
was
over.
being secretive about going on a coronavirus date.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But you called me earlier in the day and Willig was in the car with me.
And that's why I felt bad is because I was like, well, shit, like I don't want to be ruining this date. Like this girl's probably so annoyed. Like
you
this
didn't
guy
hear
just
his
keeps
voice?
Was he talking to me?
He was trying to talk to you.
Don't recall.
Oh.
What time was that at?
Like 7. Oh.
Don't recall.
Well, yeah, guys. Also, I just have to say, you guys aren't going to notice a difference, but right now, Kyle and I are trying a different style of recording this where we've been having some issues with the mic, so we've turned our voices way down.
It feels way different.
And it feels super weird. Do we want to take it back up?
I'm okay. We can turn it up until it starts like doing the weird static again. But I'm used to this because the last episode I didn't even have headset on.
I don't like the feeling.
I don't like it either. I agree. Yep. Hello. Oh, that's better.
Oh God, wow. It sounds the exact same to you guys, but to us, I'm like a new man right now.
Okay. Also, why I was up late last night.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm trying to think of why was I up that late? Like I was editing the last episode, and then I exported it. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I exported it.
This was like a whole day adventure, sort of.
Yeah, I was editing the entire day and like figuring this shit out the entire day.
Yeah, so if you guys don't go listen to the last episode we posted,
I put so much hard work into that. A lot of sweat because I was hot, and I was stuck in my room at one point because like my mom was doing like an online Zoom call for a class she was taking.
Dude, and your room is hot and, my room is muggy.
Hot, and like the computer's on my lap because I don't have a desk yet. He's on his ride.
Guys, Kyle is grinding.
I was grinding for you guys. So yeah, so I finished editing the episode, and then I was gonna export it. Took like a couple hours, whatever. Then I go back to my computer after having dinner, and it's like, sorry, your export did not work because you ran out of like, some things could not be found. So if you guys don't know much about editing, if you are editing like a video and you move the video files around in your computer, Premiere Pro can't find it and it gets all confused.
Yeah.
So I didn't move anything. So that's why I was even more confused. Turns out like everything was being downloaded to my iCloud I didn't tell them to.
Like as you were editing, it was like being
like everything that I was saving on my computer was going to my iCloud for some reason.
That's so weird.
Or like half of it was, half of it wasn't.
Yeah.
So then I had to figure that whole shit out. And then I finally was able to export it again after like 2 or 3 more hours of moving shit around on my computer and deleting stuff. Then turns out my storage was just full. So that was another problem. So I had to delete more stuff. Then I exported again. And I'm like, all right, this is sweet. I'm making the hype videos. Then I realized I fucked something up in the edit, and I had only
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I'd only changed the camera angle, so there was just a giant gap between Cam and Brian's heads in like
the top
3/4 of the podcast. I was like, well, shit, I got to export again. So then I had to do it again, redo all the hype videos, and then I stayed up again. I had finished that around 12, probably like midnight. And then I was like, okay, I got to send it to John, because like John wants the episodes, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, I'm up at this point, so I'm just going to do it. Oh, plus I was uploading to YouTube, which took a while. That took another like 2 hours, and Libsyn. So now it's like 1:30. I'm like, all right, I'm going to email it to John. And it has to download in Google Drive to email to John.
Yeah, so like the final episodes, they're obviously like an hour and 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And so when there's a video file, it takes a long fucking time.
Yeah, it was like 6 gigabytes.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that just takes forever. And so I'm just waiting there for hours. I'm like half falling asleep, and I'm just at this point where John told me just go to bed. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do
Kyle's
this.
doing it like out of spite, like at his computer. He's mad at it.
I was angry at technology. I was like, I'm gonna win today.
Yeah.
I didn't win because I waited for like an hour and a half. It was like 2:30, and I look at it to send it to John, and it says, error, did not download. And I just go, fuck this, I'm going to bed. Technology won.
Yeah, man. Technology was a rough day. What?
Yeah,
technology was rough for both of us yesterday.
It's, you move on.
Yeah, and I mean, well, a couple things I want to say about this. First of all, listen, I know our show isn't super popular, but guys, I need you guys to realize how much time we put into this because
a lot.
Like, I just need some validation from people. I just need someone to be like, you know what? Good work, John and Kyle, because you guys are working hard.
That would be nice.
But guys, we've done 154 episodes. They're all an hour to like an hour and a half. And just for scale, like Kyle's learning, you've even gotten quicker than when you started.
Yeah, it still
and
takes
that's
a
still
long time.
That whole process of, so not only, okay, there's a lot of popular podcasts. Very few of the podcasts in the world have video ones attached.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the ones that do, they have like teams of producers.
They have like people that's their job to do that.
Yeah. And then we decided we wanted to make it like super high quality. And that's what I think sets our show apart.
I think that's what's going to make everything worth it, is that we have the production value and we just need to be seen.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, dude, this podcast would be so fucking easy if we didn't do video and we just sat here and recorded. It would literally, and at that point, we probably wouldn't even edit the audio, really. We'd probably just leave it one long take. That literally, you wouldn't even have to edit it. But, like, Kyle edited, when did you start? Like, in the morning?
I probably started around, like, 9:30 or 10.
Yeah, and you literally worked up until, like, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It was awesome.
And so we edit the videos, and then we export the videos, which take, like, an hour to 2 hours. And then we take the exported video, and then we make hype videos for Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes a lot of time because you actually got to come up with creative titles and everything. Then we upload it to YouTube. Then we create a thumbnail. Then we upload it to Libsyn to get it on all the other platforms. And we do that twice a week.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm proud of us.
That's a lot of hours. I think, like I said, I think it's all going to be worth it. Because if nothing comes from this, that sucks.
Yeah, dude. But that's the thing.
Something will come from it.
Yeah,
though.
like with anything you're passionate about, I feel like you can't go into something with a mindset of like, oh, well, this would be a waste of time if it doesn't happen. Yeah. Because if that's your mindset, then like you're probably going to quit at some point.
Exactly. We're not quitting. We're not quitters.
Yeah. And what's so cool is we've got some messages the other day we got a message today actually from someone who's like, oh, I found your show and I like to start shows from episode 1. So I've gone from 1 to like 91 or something.
There's a lot of hours of us.
Yeah. But what's so cool is that we have every episode on YouTube so that we can potentially kind of, if we can suck in like a new fan, that's like a couple hundred views.
We can suck them real good.
Yeah, we can suck them super good.
Suck them hard. I will never suck any of our fans. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh,
well, it depends how much money.
I won't say never. I mean,
yeah, no, I'm not gonna say never. I'll suck just about anyone for the right amount of money.
Yeah,
we talked about this.
So you had a really shitty day, and
today I built a chair.
That's good.
I've been building so many. It was all right.
Yeah, was it like not an IKEA one, not that complex.
No, it wasn't too bad. It didn't have words for the directions, just pictures, which almost made it more frustrating because I was like, I can't tell what's going on here.
Yeah,
and it made it look way too easy. But I won. Basically.
There you go. Now you got a chair, you got a monitor.
I just need
about to be a pro gamer.
I know.
Also, once you get a desk, your editing life is going to be so much better.
I know.
But like something I just want to say to the people listening, because I know a lot of our fans are like high schoolers or like probably a little younger than us, but like a serious piece of advice is like with any creative thing you do, particularly something that involves technology, there's going to be those certain days where like nothing goes right and there's just literally nothing you can do about it. Like you didn't even, it's one thing if like you accidentally go and delete something and then it's kind of your fault. But with technology, there's also a lot of times where you literally don't touch anything.
Yep.
And it just fucks up.
Yep.
And I think it's really important to like power through on those days in particular because like not only do you learn something from those experiences, and now you know how to probably prevent certain things from happening, but also it's hard to get much worse than a day like that.
Yeah, and that's why I stayed up so late, is I didn't want that to carry over to the next day, because then like the part of the next day would be shitty too. That would be on top of building that stupid.
You wanted the shit to be contained to one day.
I want a shitty containment in one day.
Shitty container.
Yeah, shitty container in my bed in one day. That's where it was all going down, was in my bed.
Yeah.
Shit went down in my bed last night. And,
it wasn't the leaking. You don't want it leaking into the following day.
Yeah, exactly.
So you cleaned up your bed at like 2:30 in the morning. Yeah. Do you feel like part of your frustration from the technology was due to how sweaty your room is?
That's part of it, is because like I'm hot, and when like
I know
something like when something bad happens on your computer and you just get that hot flash where you're just like,
yes,
fuck. Like I got that a few occasions. Like I got that one where it said it didn't work. I got that another time where I realized that I didn't adjust the camera angle, and I got it a third time when
it didn't upload.
Oh my god, yeah, when it didn't upload, I was just hot, sweaty. I was a mess.
Yeah, no, I mean I feel you 100%, and maybe people who might not do like tech stuff maybe can't relate, but it's just funny because I know exactly the mindset you were in, because like you're already borderline frustrated because it's taken a long time. And then one thing goes wrong and you get a little hotter. Then another thing goes wrong. You start sweating even more. And then eventually, at least for me, when I get super stressed, I'm just drenched in sweat, can't stop it. And then my temper is the shortest little fuse on the planet. My mom could be like, hey, John, I have a question. I'd be like, I can't fucking talk right now, Mom. My video didn't upload.
I know. At one point, I was putting my monitor together, like during a break of exporting for like the second time.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get the angle of my monitor to sit upright because it was really stiff for some reason, and I was like really pulling on it. I was like, I don't want to break my monitor. And then my mom comes in, she's like, oh, just look it up on YouTube. It's got to be up there. I'm like, Mom, who's going to look up like angling a monitor on YouTube? It's so easy. She's like, oh, it has to be out there. I'm like, that doesn't help.
You just went off on her.
Yeah, and after I was like, that was really mean.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm the same way. I feel like most people are.
And having an older people giving you advice about technology is not what you need, because they're just like, oh, just YouTube it, or just undo it, Control Z. I'm like, that's not how it works. You don't understand.
Yeah, like one time I corrupted my entire hard drive. Like I dropped it, and if you break a hard drive, there's literally really nothing you can do. And my dad goes, well, how about you unscrew it and we can look inside? I'm like, Dad, trust me, it's gone. But
and like the thing about technology is, like, when you're frustrated with technology, you can't like overpower it or just make it do what you want it to do. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And like technology will always win, and you have to do it the right way.
Yeah, whereas with like sports or physical things, you can kind of, if you're really mad, you can like play really hard defense, or like,
I feel like my lawnmower is like stuck. I can like be like, come on, like, pull it out. But like if I'm on a computer, I can't just like bang my computer into working. Like it's not gonna.
It's a mental war.
Yeah, maybe things in the 90s you could just smack it a couple times and then it just cranks back into gear. It's not like that anymore.
It doesn't work that way now. I think that trying to control, at least for me, but trying to control my temper when, like, I don't think normally I have a bad temper, but if I'm already like antagonized, is that the word?
Yeah, your fuse gets real short.
If I'm already over the edge, then like
you're basically falling.
Yeah, like trying to control myself when things are already going bad is one of the most difficult things for me to do, because I get to a point where anything anyone says in my head, it registers as like so fucking stupid.
Yeah, stupid or like sassy or
Yeah, like I could be really frustrated and my dad could be like, "Hey John, do you want anything from Subway?"
Fuck you.
Why the fuck do you think I would want a sandwich from Subway, you dumb piece of shit?
Poor Steve.
I mean, I don't say it, but that's how I feel.
In your head, yeah.
So
I think most people can relate to that. Old people trying to help you with technology, it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
But something that I did want to talk about is something that on a different day where I wasn't mad, but I was up late. So I woke up in the middle of the night, and for some reason this thought was just deep in my brain, and I just felt the need to write it down.
Okay.
Reading it back, it doesn't make too much sense, but
we can decode it.
Yeah. So I wrote, since the universe is infinite, does that mean that there could be a planet that's just toast? Or literally anything else you could ever think of.
Dude.
So, like, think about it. Because, like, if everything's infinite, there's infinite possibilities of everything. So there's just a planet of just toast.
I love how that is the one that came to mind.
I don't remember why that was in my brain, but that, like, made sense to me. And I was like, damn. Because, like, that's true, right?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. There statistically, based on, like, what we define as infinite, there is a planet where it is just toast and nothing but toast on that planet.
And like what was confusing me was there's what we know, so we can predict like every outcome based on what we know, but there's so much that we don't know. So that's why toast could be possible, because like from what we know, like there's no way that, how's toast? Toast isn't natural, it doesn't
it's not
grow.
like a living thing.
Yeah, so it's not like an atom or something. But there's so much that we don't know that maybe there could be just a planet of toast. And I think there is.
Yeah, I agree with you. We've talked about that kind of is the same concept behind a long, long time ago. Like in the first 20 episodes, we've talked about this thing called infinite monkey theorem.
Yeah.
Where like theoretically, if you gave a monkey a typewriter and he had an infinite amount of time, he would type the complete works of William Shakespeare word for word without a mistake.
And every book ever.
Yeah.
There would be a monkey that typed out the monologue of my entire life, every word I have ever said.
And of our show.
Wow. That's actually
It would be hard to type the monologue of our show.
Yeah. Monkey just talking
and at one point,
and jerking off.
At one point, the monkey would get to this particular moment
and
where
then
he's
write about
typing about himself typing.
Oh my god! And do you think he realizes that he's typing about himself?
He's a stupid monkey.
He's a monkey. He's dumb. Wow, that's crazy. Infinity is such a concept it's so hard to grasp what infinity means, because it's infinite. Like there is no limit on anything ever. It's just,
and like as humans, we do our best to try and put some label on it, like, oh, it's like 100,000 billion plus, whatever, but like it's not even close to that.
It's not even a number. I think when I was a kid, I had this book about numbers, and it was like it would tell you all the different like Googleplex or whatever, where it's like 1,000 million zeros, and then I tried to think of like infinity, and I was like, oh, it's just like a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it's like not quite.
What a dumb kid.
No, but I mean, in most senses, if you have Googleplex amount of things, you kind of have infinite of those things.
Is there Googleplex anything? I guess yeah, there is. There's Googleplex of everything.
Whoa, now that
there's Googleplex me's, right? There should be.
Yeah,
technically, I think.
Yeah, I think theoretically.
But I mean,
people say that there's an exact replica of us somewhere else in the multiverse.
Yeah, it's like that's what infinity means, but we don't even have we have proof of aliens, but we haven't documented aliens of like that is an alien, that is in the dictionary now,
Yeah.
So it's like, can we really say that there is me?
Well, no, it's all theoretical.
I'm just gonna say there is.
Yeah.
There's me and you hosting a podcast right now. There's me and Jordan hosting a podcast right now.
Yeah. You're hosting a podcast with Zac Efron right now.
You're damn right. Damn right I am.
Now, that is a cool way. The other week we were talking about how nothing matters.
Yeah.
That was very pessimistic.
Exactly.
This is a very optimistic way to view life. You're doing everything you ever have wanted to do right now.
That's so true. I'm surfing a big wave right now.
Just shred some gnar.
Shredding a wave.
I've realized throughout the duration of doing this show with you, you've become much more open to like philosophical thoughts.
That's true. I was very closed-minded when it came to that stuff, and like basically how your brain works. I feel like I was very, that whole object permanence thing. I still don't.
Well, I mean, I know that my whole theory thing on that is wrong. Like object permanence is like a proven thing.
Okay.
So it's not like I have like a good point. I don't have a good point with that one.
talking about infinity, there is a world where you were right about that, and you are now a famous philosopher. So
Whoa.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. But yeah, like I felt like at the beginning of the show, I'd have some weird philosophical idea, and you'd like listen to it. You'd be like, okay, and you'd hear me out.
But I kind of shut you down.
You'd be like, you just like wouldn't really connect with it. But now
I'm embracing the dumb now.
It's not even dumb though. It's like they're all possibilities.
Yeah, but what smart person would think about like a world of just toast?
Oh, the people have definitely thought about that.
I wonder if someone else has thought about that. Genuinely thought about that. Well, we know that they have.
Yeah.
Because infinity.
Oh, there you go. It'll be interesting to look back. I have never or very rarely will go rewatch episodes from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I am curious. I do feel like I've changed as like a person because of the show.
Yeah, I think I have too.
And I'm curious to see if I go to look back, like what do I feel like has changed?
Yeah, I feel like probably there's a bit of both of us that have rubbed off on each other because we spent so many hours together just talking. So yeah, how many hours have we spent talking? Like close to like maybe 400?
No, because if we record for like an hour and a half usually.
Yeah, that math was not even close.
1.5 times 155. Do that.
232.5.
Divided by 24. Divide that by 24. 232.5.
9.68.
We've talked to each other for 10 days straight. God, I would hate you, dude.
That is such a waste of time.
A 10-day episode.
We should do like a 24-hour stream.
Yo, I actually had a really... okay, I want to talk about that, but I have this other thought. Remind me to tell you about when I woke up from my dream, okay? Guys, if I
woke up from dream.
I woke up from my dream, kind of how you woke up from your dream.
Correct.
But now that I have this new PC, it's like a tank, and back in the day in high school, I used to stream a lot on Twitch and like make a bunch of gaming videos.
I don't remember you streaming on Twitch. Did you actually?
Yeah. You've just never watched me,
unsupportive friend, I guess.
How
many people did you get like in your...
Not a lot, like less than 10, like 8 or 9 people.
That's still like kind of... I don't even think I could get 8 people to watch me.
Well, that's the thing. It's like streaming is one of those things where like you're either making a living or you're kind of a nobody. Like you're not really like... I mean, there are people that get like 50 viewers. Mm-hmm. But that's pretty crazy that people can maintain 50 people to watch them.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. I feel like it's almost easier to get like thousands than like 50.
Yeah, in a sense, that's kind of how I feel like it is. It's either you're like big or you're nothing at all. But anyways, I always feel like I want to do different content. Not that I don't like this stuff, but I want to like do more stuff. And one thing that I thought would be so fun is if like maybe once a month, because nowadays you can live stream on YouTube. And so we could, since we always try and promote our video version of the episodes, we could do maybe once a month. I bring the PC into the studio here and we set it up and we do like an NBA or like live 05 tournament with like
fun.
Shim, you and me. And I figure out how to live stream it and I could set up the mics so that it's like a podcast / old random video game tournament,
dude,
for like 2 hours.
That's a good idea.
People can come like tune in.
If anyone would watch that, let us know.
Yeah, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know what it would be. It could be like maybe 1 month we do like a video game tournament with our friends. Maybe another month we do like a live stream where we, I don't know, do something else, more like podcasty. Like I don't know,
or like a live podcast even on YouTube would be interesting.
Yeah, we could, dude. Because we've never done an unedited episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's true.
So we could try that. That'd be kind of cool for like episode 200.
Yeah, you just gotta not tell me that it's happening, so I don't get like nervous.
You'd get nervous that it was live.
I feel like a little bit because.
Yeah, no, I mean, I that's fair. I do think it's one of those. I mean, just like anything in life, I think if you were to do it enough, you'd get to a point where it's like, live streaming is the same as like recording this. It's just.
Yeah, this is different because like I know people are gonna see me, but they're not watching me while I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of different, but it's sort of the same realm.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think that'd be fun. Okay, I have to tell you.
Oh yeah, dream. I reminded you.
I kind of said it.
No, but I got it though.
Triggered your reminder to remind me. I was sleeping, and in my dream, my dad came up to me and was like, "Hey, John, like, can you come out here? Like, I smell something weird. It smells like something like burning." And so we walk out to like some room or garage or something, and I'm like,
Wait, this is your dream?
this is in my dream.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yeah, like I can't tell what it is, but it smells like it's burning. And he's like, and then my dad says, "Oh my God." And then in my dream, the fire alarm starts going off.
Okay.
And then I wake up to a fire alarm going off.
In your house?
I swore it was in my house, but like so when I woke up, I was convinced it was in my house, or at least at the very least my neighbor, because there's a house pretty close and my window's always open.
That's probably what it was.
But it was at like 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, maybe they just burnt their toast. That's probably what it was. They probably burnt their toast.
They got too much toast from your toast planet.
Exactly.
But it was so weird because when I first woke up, you ever like kind of how you had that idea that made a lot of sense when you first woke up about the toast thing?
Yeah.
Where you're like still half asleep, but it makes sense. So I woke up in my bed and I'm looking around like, oh my God, like I got to go figure out the alarm. And then next thing I know, it's like not there and it's not going off. And I still can't figure out if it really was going off or if I was awake, but I was still hearing the fire alarm from inside my dream. Do you follow?
Yeah, no, I follow. That's a weird state of like being awake, but you're really confused. Yeah, it's like when you wake up and you swear something happened in real life, but it didn't. And you're just so confused and you're like, so that didn't happen?
Yes, dude. Like, there's some extremely vivid dream. I kind of forgot dreams like that existed until right now because I haven't had one in so long where.
Vivid dreams?
Just something that's so real where you wake up and you feel. For me, it happens a lot where like I think I said something to someone like the day before and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad.
I thought you were talking about like you talk yourself to be awake. That happens to me.
Oh,
like
I've done that too.
Yeah, like I wake up and I'm like, I definitely just said that out loud, what I was saying in my dream.
Yeah. But I meant more like there's been times where I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, Willig must be so mad at me. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, that happens to me too.
And then I can't remember why I'm feeling so bad. And then at like an hour later when I'm making breakfast, I'm like, oh my God, that was a dream.
Yeah, that happens to me too. I remember one time specifically when I was a kid, I had a dream that everything I had, like all my like my GameCube and everything just like caught, like it just broke or something. Like I just stopped working or my mom gave it away or something. And I was just so sad and like I had nothing. And then I woke up and I just remember like sitting up in bed and I was like, fuck. And I like sat there for a minute. I was like, let's go. I still have my GameCube. And I went and played GameCube for like 10 hours.
Yeah, dude. Oh, this is bringing back so many memories of situations. Like, did you ever have a situation where you woke up and you got ready for school or something?
Yeah, dude.
And it was middle of the night?
Yeah, I made a Hot Pocket in my sleep.
Oh, yeah. You left it in the microwave.
Yeah. Like I got up. I remember seeing it was like, oh, it's like 2:30. I was like, oh, shoot, I'm late. And then I remember going downstairs and I was like, oh, I got to start making my Hot Pocket. And I put it in the microwave and I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. That's kind of a creepy state of consciousness, too, if you think about it, because you're basically sleepwalking.
Yeah.
But, like, you're still.
But I remember
getting ready.
Yeah, I remember doing it. That's what was weird is like, I have sleptwalked before where I wake up and I'm like, I don't know where. Like I woke up in my mom's bed one time and I was like, I don't know how I got here. I don't remember walking in. But that I remember all of it. And then I just finally came to and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah. One time in high school, I think it was right after I got my license, so sophomore year, I woke up and it was like literally 2 a.m, but for some reason I thought I was really late. And so I like ran into the shower, took a whole shower. I went downstairs, made some toast real quick, ate it, got out to my car, like put the key in the ignition, and I look at the clock and it's like 2:30. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn, you took a whole shower after that? Because when I go back to bed and I wake up, I just feel gross again. I feel like I need to take a new shower. Like if I nap in the middle of the day, I feel disgusting.
See, I don't get the feeling of like needing to shower whenever I wake up.
I do. For some reason, I just feel really greasy and like gross.
Yeah, I don't feel that way. As long as I shower like at night or as long as I shower at some point.
Maybe you're just naturally greasy and gross, so it's just like you're used to it. I'm naturally super clean, so then when I wake up greasy,
you don't wash your feet.
Look, I didn't say all of me.
We put a poll up. I think it was 65% of people do wash their feet.
Yeah, but it's like was the question, do you wash your feet like every time, or is it like do
I
you
said,
actively
I
go
said,
out?
do you
of your-
actively wash your feet in the shower?
Okay, I don't really do that. I mean,
But honestly,
because technically, like I have.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like 65% or 60%, that's really almost 50-50. So I can't really give you shit for it if half the people don't wash their feet.
You know, maybe we just have a dirty audience or a clean audience. So there's a lot of dirty other people in the world.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Wow, guys. I just have to say, I'm really tired right now. I'm really tired. But
Today we hit 100 reviews, right?
oh,
So
shit.
we were supposed to be eating habaneros today, but
Wait, is it at 100 now, or is I last time I checked last night and it was 99?
actually, yeah, I checked earlier today. It was at 99 too.
Yeah, we're at 99 still. But guys,
It's coming.
I'm going to assume that by the time you guys listen to this on Monday, we will be at 100 reviews. And if we're not, literally, there's one person of you listening, and whoever you are, go leave a review. And if
You got it.
each
Come
one
on.
of those of, what am I trying to say? If each one person who I'm addressing right now, who I'm talking to, goes and does it, we would have like 130.
That would be nice if people just followed through.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
This is your homework, okay?
yeah.
We're your
unless
teachers.
you don't have an iPhone, but then just find someone that does, steal their phone, and then do it.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Johnny. That's what I'm going to go by.
See, I feel like that seems like something that you'd see in like a porn video, like Mr.
Yeah, Johnny Sins.
Mr. Johnny Sins. And he's like a
Yeah.
teacher, and he's like, "Oh, you have a bad grade, but if you suck my dick, I'll give you an A."
I just realized right now, is it sins?
Yeah.
Because it's like a sin?
I don't know, probably.
Because, like, you know how they all have, like, stage names?
Johnny Sins, yeah. But some of them, I think it's their real name.
Sure, but it would make a lot of sense if it was, like, sins, because there's, like, probably someone who's, like,
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
curse or, like, a demon spell.
Johnny Demon Spell.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Oh, God, be
I'm-
careful. Look at that up.
Yeah,
Look that up in the
Yeah,
incognito
put this in
tab.
my private. Hopefully nothing of his penis pops up. Steve.
What is it?
Guess his name.
Well, I heard so
Steve Wolf.
Steve Wolf?
Just not even.
Honestly,
close to
that
it.
could have been a porn name.
Yeah, Steve Wolf.
I feel like Wolf is a very big penis.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Stafford too.
It's weird how he went from Steve to Johnny.
Yeah, why
Because Johnny kind of seems more like goofy, like little kid with a.
Maybe that's what he was when he started, and now he's just a big man with a giant penis.
Yeah. I
What's
don't
that
really want
like?
to talk about Johnny Sins anymore. Wait, what were we talking? How did we get here? What were we talking about?
Sleepwalking? I don't know.
I don't really know. I lost it, but guys.
Oh, reviews. About habaneros.
Oh yes.
I
Okay.
don't know what Johnny Sins came into that.
I don't know. Oh, because I was gonna go by Mr. Johnny as a teacher.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we're
Okay.
back.
So yeah, if you guys are listening to this, please go leave a review on the Apple Podcast app. Get us to 100 if we're not there already, and if we're there, either the next episode or depending on our schedules, it might be the episode following the next one. We will do it, and we're gonna. I haven't told Shim this yet, but we're gonna ask Shim if he wants to do it with us. Not that he has to do it, but he's always just a trooper, and he's probably down for
I feel like
some strange reason.
depending on how much pre-workout or caffeine, he'll probably be down. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say that episode's going to be good.
It's gonna start off weird.
It's going to be extremely chaotic, and I just want you guys to know it probably won't make any sense.
That's
But
fine.
it'll be
It's
fun.
only like you only feel it for like 10 to 15. So like
Yeah.
if we just can't talk, we'll just cut it out.
Yeah. There will be a lot of like slobbering and like a lot of that.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't throw up again. Imagine it's
That would be
projectile
really,
vomit on
dude.
top of this.
You might have to do it for the content because that would get us more likes and views, and you know.
Well, maybe, but I also don't want to throw up on all of our stuff.
Just we'll clear a spot. We'll put
Put like a garbage
big
bag
towel.
on everything.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
So now the question is, what do we do for 150 reviews?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because for 50, we belly flopped in a lake in the middle of the winter, and that was miserable.
But that's way better than a habanero, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a more quick pain. habanero lasts, and you've never had the habanero poops, so I'm hoping you get those.
I did throw them up the first time. I'm trying to because that's a step. What's a step above a habanero?
I don't know. Maybe we could do a live stream.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
So when we hit 150, we'll do a. We don't know what it'll be.
We might just do that before though.
No, we'll get people to leave reviews.
Okay.
So if you guys want us to do some live streams, you better get us there. You better go tell all your friends.
Just because we're at 100 doesn't mean you can stop.
No, you can't.
Keep doing it.
No, you got to. And even if all of our diehard fans have already done it, your responsibility is to go find a way. Go hack into someone's iCloud, ruin their day.
That would be nice. If someone could hack and then like make us be good.
Yeah, like be a hacker, but just do like everything but the bad stuff.
Yeah, and just good stuff for us would be cool.
So go stream our shows, even though you've already listened to them. Just stream them, and then leave reviews, but then leave the rest of their account
like
normal.
If we were friends with Mr. Robot, he could just bring our podcast to the top. He could just hack our podcast and then like put us in the middle of the algorithm, so we're everywhere.
Yeah, but then it's not real views, and then it's like you feel
but then
bad.
People see us.
Oh, because we'll pop up in the charts.
Yeah, and then they see how good we are, and then boom.
Or they see it and they're like, "Why the fuck is this podcast popular?"
I'm sure there would be some of them, but
No, but the Misfits podcast is way more scuffed than ours is, even, and they're
what does scuffed mean?
Like it's way more just like fucking
random shit,
like not professional at all.
Oh yeah, we're not professional.
But like they're like the 5th biggest podcast out there, and they're all like 20 years old. And, I've looked at the reviews, and a lot, they either have 5 stars from people who are like, these guys are hilarious, or 1 stars from people who are like, this is such a bad production quality. Like, this doesn't fit this, like, whatever.
And it's like leaving a bad review on things. I don't get that.
Yeah. Okay. That's another thing I want to talk about. Bro, people are so fucking weird. We got a message on the PIMS Instagram account. By the way, message us. We respond to everybody.
Except for this dude.
So there's this guy that literally a year ago, maybe even over a year ago, saw one of our ads, and he went out of his way to message us talking some shit.
Yeah.
It was really kind of a weird worded message.
It was a weird way of talking shit. It didn't make much sense. I couldn't tell if it was a compliment or shit talking, but I think it was shit talking.
Yeah, we both were like, is this guy trying to be nice or is he making fun of us?
Yeah, he doesn't follow us, so we're assuming it's mean.
Yeah, and so he was like talking shit about our content, and so we just ignored him. And now a year later, he somehow remembers our show, he searches us up, and he DMs us that he made some collage or
thing?
some piece of art that he made, and I think he said something like it took him like way too long, or it took him 4 hours or something.
He's like, your thing is at the top.
And then he sent us some link, and it seemed kind of sketchy, so we didn't even click on it. So I don't know what he sent us, but the fact that he doesn't like our show that much that he's going to remember our name, search us up, DM us, and create a piece of fan art for us.
That's a sad person.
Like, or they're deep down a fan.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you didn't care about us, if you didn't like us, just move on. There's a lot of things I don't like. But like, I would never spend the time to make a collage about something I don't like.
Yeah, man.
That is just the most negative point of view ever. It's like, I hate so many things, I'm going to make a collage about it.
And it's just so, you're right. It's sad that people, like, I genuinely feel bad that you have nothing better in your day-to-day life to do than to make some random piece of art about something that you hate.
And spend hours on it.
And spend hours and complain about how long it took you. And then send it to us just for us to not even look at it.
But hey, there is the off chance, because the way his first message was worded, that maybe he does like us. So dude, if you're listening and this was a good collage, let us know.
In that case, we'll go check it out.
Yeah, because there's no way you don't like our podcast and made a bad collage and you're listening. Because if you're listening, you like it.
That's true.
Deep down, you know.
Or he's like, he listens to every episode because he's like, I just need to find a reason to fucking hate shit. Yo, that's a popular thing on YouTube. There's some YouTubers who make a living off of it because they get like tens of thousands of dislikes.
Like Logan Paul, Jake Paul. Well, I mean, they have a lot of likes.
They have
too.
real fans, but there's people who literally make a living off people hating them, and they don't care because as long as you click on the video, they're getting paid.
But
And
who's gonna sponsor someone that like everyone hates?
they're not sponsors; it's just ad revenue.
Oh,
So if someone clicks on the video to go dislike it, it's gonna play an ad real quick,
dude, that's clutch.
and then they leave a comment. By the time they're done leaving a comment, they already watched the ad and they got paid.
It's a bummer we're so likable, you know. If we were really unlikable, then we'd be doing really well. But we're just too likable.
Yeah, everyone just loves us.
Yeah, it's the problem. Should we hop into our segment?
This has been a weird episode.
What else is new?
Should we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you have your segment?
I don't know, dude. I don't
If
care.
not, it's all
We're
right.
just gonna fucking wing it.
Yes, it's just one of the ones.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, it's all right.
Who is your A this week?
Okay, my A is Patrick Mahomes because he just signed a 10-year, $500-something million deal to stay with the Chiefs, which he's probably not going to play out the whole contract, and he's most likely not going to get all that money, but still, that is so much money.
Is that the biggest sports contract ever?
Yeah. Like,
Damn.
possible, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Because, like, right now, Mike Trout had the highest contract. He was, like, 12 for 400 something,
Yeah.
and then now it's
Damn, 2 years less and an extra 100 million.
Yeah.
That's
that's
Dude.
unheard of. That's not even close to anything that's ever happened in football.
$500 million.
I mean, he's not going to end up getting all that. Well, there's one year where like he gets $50 million for just being on the roster.
Holy shit.
Where like, to be honest, that contract he'll probably either way will part
Yeah.
by the time.
So I don't get, what is the point of a fucking contract if it's not gonna happen how the contract says?
If he keeps like being exactly what he is, like why wouldn't you? You know, like why
Yeah.
wouldn't you want that contract?
But like it just seems weird because I thought the whole idea of a contract is you sign something. Just in general, a contract is to say like we're agreeing to this, essentially no matter what. I guess in some contracts there's like clauses that like if you don't fulfill these duties, then obviously the deal's off or whatever.
Yeah. Well, so
like, but what's the point of the contract if it's not going to actually happen?
okay, so a couple things. Like one, they already won a Super Bowl, and so basically he's already worth everything you're gonna give him anyways, because you would pay pretty much anything to win a Super Bowl. Like that's how much that means and how much money you
How
get
much
from
is anything?
okay, but like anything reasonable. Like you would give him this contract for a Super Bowl.
Like with the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Like Russell, like 500 million?
And like he's already won a Super Bowl for the Seahawks, so that's like the team also showing him like we are loyal to you, and that makes people want to come there because like damn, they're dishing out big money. It's a lot
yeah,
of
but
it's
maybe
a lot
they
of,
don't have money to dish out to other people because they just gave Mahomes 500 million.
That's the thing is like that's why the whole contract might not play out. Maybe he'll rework it and get like roster bonus.
But why would he want to rework it? Because then he's making less money.
Because then he's not winning. There's players that'll do that. They'll rework their contracts so they can get better players signed. Like a lot of quarterbacks will do that.
Yeah.
That happens. Like Tom Brady, the way that they always structure his contracts is like I think it's a lot of like money up front that doesn't count towards the salary cap. So his like salary is low, but like he gets a big signing bonus for all of his contracts, which
so that the team still has enough money to pay the rest of the players.
Yeah. So I don't know, but basically I think it's basically just a loyalty thing and saying like you are our guy, we want you here, like we're showing you we want you.
I mean,
yeah,
I'd like
clearly
him.
he's wanted.
Yeah. You know, I get this weird depression whenever I see a player that I really like when you slowly, year by year, realize that they're not what they were.
Yeah.
And
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm sad that Russell Wilson is...
Whoa. I don't think he is.
I think he's... I'm not saying he's bad. I think he's still top-tier quarterback, but I don't think he is as good as he was a couple years ago. And I think we'll see. I think year by year, maybe a little bit worse up until 5 years from now, we're going to be like, all right.
I think right now
New
he
guy.
is at or nearing his peak. So I think in a couple years, yeah, he'll be going down. But last year was, I think, arguably his best year ever.
Okay.
He still has, but he's so underrated. He's never gotten an MVP vote.
That's actually kind of
And
crazy.
he was like the lead for the MVP until like Lamar Jackson just went off
Yeah.
at the end of the year. But anyways.
But like, kind of like with LeBron.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, dude. LeBron's still really damn good.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're not good, but that feeling when you know he's not as good as he was at one point.
Athletically, he's not the same, but I think all encompassing, I think he is just as effective as he was with the Heat.
But LeBron now wouldn't beat LeBron on the Heat one-on-one.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. But
he's still like you'd want him over most players in the league.
I think he's like a better passer now, and he's got a better like mid-range game, better on the post. Yeah.
All right. Well, my A this week is Ninja again, because a couple weeks ago he got the A because he left Mixer and got
big
like
bucks.
$50 million or something. The other day he just actually I should probably double check this. I saw it on Twitter, but I didn't look up an article. But I believe he signed exclusively with YouTube, which kind of was a huge shock to people.
Like YouTube streaming, or
it's called YouTube Gaming, or just YouTube.
Okay.
So the guy I work for, he is a YouTube streamer, and he is exclusively with YouTube, and it's gotten, obviously YouTube's always been huge for videos, but now they're kind of equally as big as Twitch is with streaming.
I mean, they're smart. There's they already have a source of videos right there, so it's just like a one click away.
Yeah. So we just looked it up. I had to cut out a little part of the episode there, but we looked it up. He is signed with YouTube Gaming now. And what's I think is really cool about streaming on YouTube as opposed to like Twitch is on YouTube, you have your main subscribers, right? So like anyone can subscribe to any channel for free, and then you see all their videos. Now, on top of that, when you stream, if you become like a partnered streamer, which doesn't mean you're signed, but partnered is just a term they use to basically
like verified, kind of.
Like verified, where you can start gaining I think they are called they're called members. So on Twitch they're called subscribers, where they pay $5, $10, or $15 and you get little bonuses and little cool things that you get to interact with the streamer with. On YouTube they're called what did I say? Members. And if you're a member, you are paying the streamer directly, like $5, $10, or whatever, and you get these perks. But those are separate. So if I was to stream, I could have people see my stream on my channel. They see, oh, he has 3,000 subscribers. I'm going to subscribe. And that's free. But then they could also choose to become a member.
Okay.
But those are happening at the same place. Whereas,
yeah.
Which is so much better, in my opinion, to grow a YouTube channel. Because, for example,
that makes sense.
A typical gamer is the guy that I work for. And when he streams, so he has almost 10 million subscribers. In every stream, he'll get like 40,000 viewers live.
That's crazy.
Like every night, he gets 40 to 50,000 people watch, and every night he'll gain like a bunch of members. So he's getting paid through that. But then also, there's people who can't afford to become a member, so they just subscribe because they see his stream, and now they get to go watch his videos, and he's getting paid from them watching his videos.
Dude.
So I think YouTube streaming is kind of the way to go, because if you're on Twitch, you don't really get anything unless you get subscribers, and Twitch is separate from YouTube, so I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Food for thought.
Yeah. And one little interesting thing that I wanted to tell Kyle that I forgot. Ninja, so before Fortnite came out, he was like, I mean, people knew of him because he used to be a Halo pro, but he was essentially just like any other gamer. Like, he wasn't a big deal. But he's been streaming since before Twitch ever existed, and I think even before YouTube. There was a website called Justin TV.
I've never even heard of
and
that.
I'd never heard of it either, but he was literally one of the first like streamers like in the world.
Well, then good for him for being successful. That's because, I mean, yeah, he's like the one of them that started it.
Yeah, and I think it's so cool that out of everyone who's the face of streaming, it's the guy who has done it since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Good for him.
Yeah. It's kind of like and that's the same with PewDiePie on YouTube. He was one of the first people to ever post stuff on YouTube, like gaming stuff. And I think that goes to show you that if you're into something, even if it's like a small scene,
just do it.
Just do it and get really good at it. Same with the fucking UFC. Like UFC, when we were born, UFC wasn't anything.
It was all about like boxing.
Yeah. But there was a bunch of people who were really good at mixed martial arts.
Yeah, he's like, there's always a kid that's like doing taekwondo. It's like, well, you're never gonna. What are you gonna do with that?
Exactly. And then maybe I mean, it kind of be a bummer if like you got really good at it, but you were like 40 by the time it got popular.
Yeah, that's kind of how like in skateboarding too. Like skateboarding has recently become very big, but like if you were like skateboarding in like the, I don't know, 80s, like you couldn't really do much.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I think it's a good little thing that if you're like, I wish we got into podcasting earlier, but I am
Same.
still glad we started when we did as opposed to waiting like 3
Like if
years.
we're starting now or something.
Yeah. But all right. Well, Kyle, who failed this week? Who flunked and just got kicked out of class?
So I don't really know who to blame for this, but I'm gonna go just the NBA bubble as a whole. So a lot of players entered the bubble recently. If you don't know what the bubble is, basically all these players have to stay in the like Disneyland area, or Disney World, whatever, studios. Like they can't leave. Basically, they're creating a bubble so coronavirus cannot infiltrate the
Is
bubble.
it all the players or just the ones who tested positive?
No, it's like all the people are
Oh,
going there. Like
okay.
everyone that's gonna be playing there, all the coaches, like all those people,
Yeah.
they're gonna be staying in this, like they're calling it a bubble. It's like you can't leave. It's
So
basically
it's just like
quarantine.
a little town, like
Yeah.
a mini town.
I guess, but I think it's a lot of hotels and stuff. And players have been posting like what it's like there, and I've seen like pictures of a WNBA in their bubble. I don't know where their bubble is, but like their laundry room that was just so shitty, and like it just looked like it reminded me of the one like in my dorm in college, and it was just so trash. And there's like cockroaches, and then someone posted a video or a picture of what their dinner was that they were given, and
I
it
saw
looked like
memes
airplane
about that.
food. Like it looked like what you get the tray from an airplane.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of memes. People were like, "Oh, I just got my NBA bubble dinner, and it was like 2 chicken nuggets on like a paper plate."
Yeah, exactly. But then you see a video of like, or a picture of Kyle Kuzma posts, and they have like sushi. Like that's what it's like being on LeBron's team versus.
Oh, it differs from team to team.
I don't know, but Kyle Kuzma posted a picture of like really nice sushi, like some catered something. But it's because he's got LeBron on his team. It's like,
I mean,
he's gonna
we
pull
don't know
strings.
that.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, of course LeBron's he's not gonna settle for that airplane food.
Sure, but there's probably a bunch of other guys that got good food too.
Look, yeah, but I'm saying the guy, he was like a bench player for the Nuggets. He got airplane food. Like that sucks.
Yeah, it does. But he's getting paid millions of dollars too.
I would eat airplane food for that. But then also it kind of dawned on me how crazy it is to just like enter the bubble, because I saw pictures of like players saying goodbye to their families, and that's like
It's like going away to war.
yeah, it was weird. Like I saw Jason Tatum like hugging his son, and like he was crying. I was like, damn, that's actually, I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
Like you're leaving your
How
family.
long are they gone for?
It depends how long they stay in for, but I think it should end around October.
When is it supposed to start?
End of July. So a couple
August,
months.
September. Damn, that's actually kind of a while to be in a bubble.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 months.
Yeah, I think they're worried about like spreading the disease, like because they're horny. I think that could be a
Oh, it definitely is.
like there's no way they're gonna stay in that bubble for 2 months. There's no way.
Yeah, exactly. They better provide them with like lube or
Unless
something.
they build literal walls with security guards.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many stories of like, because in Florida there's like weird nightclubs that are like open right now.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be someone filming. It's like, whoa, like why is James Harden here?
Yeah.
'Cause James Harden is famous for loving strip clubs.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised.
he's not gonna play well. He's not gonna have his release.
It's okay. It doesn't
my
matter. This
prediction.
season doesn't matter. James
does.
Harden's one of those guys who's always just going to be in his prime for as long as time exists. So
Okay. What's your F?
my F this week, unfortunately, is my favorite movie director of all time, Christopher Nolan. I'm very sad to hear this. I saw an article.
Oh, is he bad?
No, well, he's not like bad, but he's kind of like you're gonna be like, dude, he's like, you're gonna hate him more than it makes me hate him.
Okay.
You're gonna think he's a fucking asshole. I think it's just like, come on, dude. Christopher Nolan doesn't allow chairs on his sets, says Anne Hathaway. Quote, his reasoning is if you have chairs, people will sit. If they are sitting, they are not working.
I mean, I get the concept, but that's just a dick move. Because, like, you're just... yeah. There's actors and, like, stuntmen that are, like, jumping off buildings for you. And, no, you cannot sit on this chair.
Yeah.
You must be jumping.
And, I mean, he just got torn apart because it's like there's old people in movies. There's people with
yeah.
disabilities. There's people with bad
What if
knees.
there's a guy with a wheelchair? Is he allowed to sit?
he makes him just like use crutches or have people hold him up.
I just picture this old guy on a walker. He's like, all right, do you guys have a chair? He's like, oh, we don't allow chairs here, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's like a terrible guy. I think that's just his one little thing that
It's just
that is kind of a weird thing. But I feel like everyone's got like a particular thing that they don't like, but maybe other people don't really get it. Where it's like, dude, this isn't a big deal, but like, I'm trying to think what mine would be that I just don't, that really bothers me. That,
I mean, and I can kind of see it from his point of view because like he is the king of this movie. He is creating this movie and he wants it to be good.
yeah.
So he's like, you're getting paid millions of dollars to be in this movie that I made, so you better not be sitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and
I get that, but
it's also like
there's got to be
it's
some
just
like
sitting down.
you got to take breaks and stuff. It's like workers' comp kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if you were on set for like 10 hours and you didn't sit down once, your feet would be killing you.
Yeah.
So,
Especially if it's like an action movie.
yeah. Yeah,
Does
dude.
he do action movies?
I mean, they're like thrillers, action.
Batman,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Imagine being the Dark Knight stunt guy and you're jumping off buildings, and then no, can't sit down.
well, they don't really jump off. Well, I think
But
at
he, like,
times they
smashed
do
through
jump
walls
off
and shit.
buildings.
Yeah, they're like you just jump off like 10 feet and like
Yeah.
roll over.
Yeah.
Like, ouchie.
That's true. But maybe his logic is if you're diving onto this padded thing for the movie, that's your rest. When you hit the pad, you get to lay down for a second.
Yeah. It's just like douchebag coach that never lets you sit down or like drink water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, well, guys, now for everyone's favorite time of the year. Kyle, remind them how this works.
Okay, so concentration. We will have a category that John will be picking out of the cup, and we will then we will go back and forth saying something in that category, and it has to be quick. It's like a back and forth. It's like buh, 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 buh. If you mess up, you lose. We're still trying to figure out a punishment. It's gonna be way more fun once we figure out a punishment and like a reward for this. But so far, I think I'm like 4-1, 3-1. So
Yeah, Kyle's
That's pretty
kind of
cool.
winning, but he's really struggled with boy names, which is kind of
yeah,
weird.
boys are
because-
tough for me. I don't know.
All right. Wait. Got to do the thing first.
Concentration. 64. No repeats or hesitations. You can go first.
I'll go first.
I'll go second. Category is
breeds of dogs.
dude. I can't even. That's tough.
Chihuahua,
Bulldog,
golden retriever,
golden doodle,
yellow lab,
poodle,
black lab,
pug,
Chihuahua.
French bulldog.
I think I said Chihuahua
You
twice.
did.
Fuck me,
Let's go.
dude.
I'm 4-1 right now.
All right, wait. We got to do another one. That was stupid.
Hope you guys are better than us at this game.
Do you want to do this one?
Okay. Category is meats.
Meat.
There's only so many meats.
Let's.
I think I wrote this. What a dumb category. All right. So you start.
Sausage,
Steak,
chicken,
turkey,
ham,
fuck. Dude. I was gonna say cucumber.
cucumber. Yeah, that was fucking stupid. There's like only
Yeah, that was really
those are all the meats.
Should we
Just
do one
about.
more? This is the last one on the
Sure.
cup.
Yeah,
Let's just do it.
we'll think of more.
We'll have more categories. If you guys have any categories, let us
All
know.
right. We're 1-1, so this is
Okay.
the tiebreaker.
Holidays.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
Hanukkah,
Labor Day.
Kwanzaa,
Christmas.
Thanksgiving,
Halloween.
4th of July,
St. Patrick's Day.
Groundhog's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Let's
Let's go.
Damn it.
Man. Another dub for Kyle.
God dang, dude.
I don't know why Labor
I
Day
feel like
was
you
the
always
first
just
thing.
have like one. You just have one more than me.
Yeah.
Or did you have a lot more? You could rattle off.
Next, I was going to go with Easter.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot Easter. Yeah.
New Year's.
Well, my brain's not fully functioning today because I'm tired, so that's my excuse.
what about all the other days that I've beaten you?
My brain's been tired a lot.
Yeah, that's
so.
okay. That's fair.
Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here mainly because I don't want to edit a longer video. I just don't want to. So we're just going to wrap it up right here. And So guys, we have a second podcast under the For Our Productions family called Not a Sheep. It is filmed in the studio. There's a whole different setup we have for it. It's super cool. It's hosted by me and then my buddy Matt. It's a music podcast, so we have different artists on. They'll sing for us. They'll rap for us. They'll talk about their craft. And you good?
I thought a spider was crawling on my leg.
Yeah, so we have artists on. We interview them. We have a whole list of people lined up. We gained like 30 followers in a day the other day because
shit.
some artists posted about us and stuff. So
That's cool.
it's growing, and I want you guys to check it out. We want to grow all these shows together and get just a super loyal fan base. So go check it out. With all that being said, Kyle, where can I follow you?
Instagram at KyleStafford36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. That's assuming TikTok is still real.
Oh, damn. I wanted to talk about that. We'll talk about that next time because maybe by next time it'll be shut down.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, like John said, fucking
What
my
did I
brain
say?
just stopped working.
What did I
don't
say?
even
Like
know.
John said, I don't know what I said.
I don't know. I completely. Oh, send us a message if if you want to have something to say to us, if you want to compliment us, that'd be nice because we need it.
Yes. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Or if Byte becomes popular,
Same. Kyle Stafford.
I got at Narwhal on Byte. I'm going to be the Narwhal. So, yeah, but I don't even have the app installed. Anyways, guys, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PIMS podcast. So if you're like a diehard fan and you just watched like 87 episodes in a row for the last 87 hours and you just need more content, you can go steal your mom's credit card real quick, pledge like $5 and get some extra content, and it'll make you get a good old little laugh.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.